they never had good faith, but gradually the government shifted grounds by acknowledging, by creating commissions, by even coming up with a major national dialogue. There've been a kind of solutions which have been proposed, but who is against this dialogue? On your first question, I think the war entrepreneurs from both sides are against the dialogue, are against the resolving this conflict, are against even meeting, because if you see what we have from the consultative talks prior to the major national dialogue, from the FACO division to Meme division, to all the nooks and crannies within the southwest region as a whole, all the others within the northwest region, I quite remember all of them talking one word: federations in different forms. Some said a 10-state federation. The delegations that met with the governor of the southwest region at the Boya Council Hall all talked about federations, a 10-state federation. So some said 2-state federation, some said 4-state federation. And the similar situation in northwest region of Cameroon. But during the one-on-one meeting with the prime minister, with the various governors and delegations, it was like a total switch from federation to decentralization. Then we started hearing decentralization. And now coming to the level in which we are today, I will tell you that the government is like selling a goat with a rope and pulling the rope back. You cannot say you want dialogue in which you are not open to the tenets of dialogue. During a conflict like this, as a negotiator, there are things you must put in place. One of the things you must put in place is that you acknowledge the fact that you as a government, you have a superior hand. You are bound by conventions. These guys are not bound by conventions, and you are bound by rule of law. These guys are not bound by the rule of law. Not to say that they cannot be held responsible because they are not bound by the rule of law. No, they can be held responsible. But as a government, you ask yourself that, okay, what's the first step it takes? The first step is acknowledge that there is a problem, acknowledge that both sides have a problem, acknowledge that you must sit and discuss as brothers and sisters, and acknowledge that solutions maybe you have been put in have not been effective. But when we look at where we are today, it all began by denial. Everybody was saying there's no Anglophone crisis. Everybody was saying this and that and that. Even when the government held the major national dialogue, we're expecting that after the outcome of the major national dialogue, there will be a kind of shift in policy in terms of really looking at the failures of the major national dialogue. And even if you don't want to convene a dialogue, then you can address some of the criticisms that were made, but which is not the case. One, you acknowledge the problem. Two, you map out strategies as who are those stakeholders who are causing the problem. Three, you get to talk to them. Four, you get to establish a communication network where you can be mutually exchanged. I think, Mr. Leo, with that regard, the government in itself is selling the goat and having the rope. The same thing with the armed separatists. The armed separatists themselves, to me, they are not willing to solve this conflict, because no matter how you stand on a position, you cannot be permanent on a particular position. But one thing I acknowledge that these people have in common, the lowest common multiple, what we used to call in primary school the LCM, is that they are all looking for the common interest of they are looking for the interest of the common man. That is, the common man should have freedom of speech, freedom of expression, balanced development, growth, and opportunities. But they are using different routes. This person is saying it must be done to federation. This person is saying it must be done to effective decentralization. The day that all these two parties will come to their senses and understand that they are fighting for the same goal, I think we will a bit shift from where we are today.